Have you ever wondered why some people seem to conquer every challenge while others stay stuck, circling the same problems over and over? It's not luck, and it's not just about talent, it's discipline. The kind of discipline that doesn't just get you out of bed early, but the kind that shapes your entire life. You see, the path to self-discipline isn't just a choice, it's a necessity. Without it, you're left at the mercy of procrastination, comfort, and ultimately, regret. But here's the kicker: self-discipline isn't as grueling as it sounds. In fact, it's the very thing that can free you from the endless cycle of motivation highs and lows. Imagine waking up each day with a clear purpose, knowing exactly what needs to be done and having the resolve to do it, no matter how you feel. That's the power of self-discipline. It's the secret weapon that successful people have mastered, and once you tap into it, there's no going back. So, if you're tired of feeling like you're not living up to your potential, if you're ready to stop letting opportunities slip through your fingers, then stick with me. We're about to dive into the principles that will not only change how you think but how you act every single day. Because the truth is, the path to self-discipline is unavoidable if you want to live a life without regrets. And trust me, once you start walking this path, you'll wonder why you didn't start sooner. Discipline over motivation. Ever notice how motivation can feel like a gust of wind? One minute it's propelling you forward, and the next, it's gone. That's why discipline is the bedrock of real progress. Discipline doesn't rely on the whims of feeling good or the temporary highs of motivation. Instead, it's about showing up, day in and day out, even when the mood isn't right. This consistency is where the magic happens. Imagine someone who relies solely on motivation. They'll hit the gym when they feel like it, maybe once or twice a week. But someone disciplined? They're there every morning at 5 a.m., rain or shine, because they've made it a non-negotiable part of their routine. Discipline is like a compass that keeps you on course when motivation wavers. It's what pushes you to work on your goals, even after a long day when all you want to do is kick back. It's in those moments of resistance, when procrastination whispers in your ear, that discipline kicks in and says, "No, we're not done yet." Think about those days when everything feels heavy and the last thing you want is to tackle that to-do list. Discipline is what gets you through, keeping you on track when motivation would have had you tap out. It's not about grand gestures, it's about the small, consistent actions that, over time, lead to monumental growth. And here's the thing: discipline isn't just about getting things done. It's a mindset shift that transforms how you approach your entire life. When you prioritize discipline over motivation, you're no longer at the mercy of fleeting emotions. Instead, you become the architect of your own success, building habits and routines that stand the test of time. It's like laying one brick every day. Alone, each brick may seem insignificant, but together, they form the foundation of something unshakable. Mindset shift. Imagine waking up every morning and asking yourself a simple question: what would the future me want me to do today? This mindset shift can be a game changer. It's like having a mentor who's already lived through your challenges, nudging you towards the right choices. When you start thinking this way, you stop making decisions based on the comfort of the moment and start acting in alignment with the person you aspire to become. That's where discipline starts to take root, when you begin to see your daily actions as investments in your future self. This shift isn't just about long-term goals, it's about the little choices you make every day. Should you hit the snooze button or get up and tackle your early morning routine? Should you push through that last rep at the gym or call it quits? Each decision, no matter how small, builds the character of your future self. Over time, these small, disciplined actions accumulate, leading to exponential growth. It's the difference between living reactively, swayed by whatever feels easiest in the moment, and living intentionally, with your eyes set on the bigger picture. Think of this mindset shift as planting seeds. Each disciplined decision you make is like sowing a seed that, with time and consistency, will grow into something significant. Maybe today you choose to spend an extra hour reading instead of scrolling through social media. That's a seed planted. Maybe tomorrow you decide to finally tackle that project you've been procrastinating on. Another seed planted. The more seeds you plant, the more you'll see your life begin to bloom into something that reflects the discipline and intentionality you've cultivated. Discipline as a muscle. Think of discipline like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Just as you wouldn't expect to lift heavy weights without building up your strength, you can't expect to have ironclad discipline without practice. It's not something you're born with, it's something you develop, one small victory at a time. Maybe it starts with something simple, like committing to an early morning routine, even when you'd rather stay in bed. Each time you push through that resistance, you're training your discipline muscle. But like any muscle, discipline needs to be exercised regularly to grow. Skip a few days, and it gets weaker, making it harder to stay on track. That's why consistency is key, just like in a workout regimen. The more you challenge yourself, the more resilient you become. Over time, what once felt impossible becomes second nature. Remember those days when waking up early felt like a battle? With enough repetition, it becomes your new normal. The same goes for every area of your life where discipline is required. And here's the beauty of it: once your discipline muscle is strong, it doesn't just help in one area of your life, it starts to spill over into everything you do. You become more focused, more determined, and more capable of resisting the temptations that used to derail you. It's a ripple effect. That discipline you've built in your fitness routine? It helps you stay consistent with your work, with your relationships, with your personal growth. It's all connected, and it starts with those small, daily efforts to strengthen that muscle, no matter how tough it gets. Non-negotiables. Non-negotiables are the backbone of a disciplined life. These are the tasks and routines that you commit to, no matter what. They're not up for debate, and they're not influenced by how you feel on any given day. Think of them as the bedrock upon which your success is built. Maybe it's a daily workout, your early morning routine, or those deep work hours where nothing else gets in the way. When you establish these non-negotiables, you eliminate the decision fatigue that comes with wondering whether or not you'll do something. You just do it. The power of non-negotiables lies in their ability to create consistency in your life. When you commit to something as non-negotiable, you're telling yourself that this action is essential to your growth and success. Take, for example, someone who has made a morning workout their non-negotiable. Rain, shine, or even on those days when the bed seems extra cozy, they're up and moving because it's not a question of if, it's a given. This kind of commitment breeds a level of self-discipline that becomes almost automatic, freeing up mental energy for other important decisions. Establishing non-negotiables is about setting clear boundaries with yourself. It's about deciding in advance what you will prioritize, even when life gets hectic. This could be as simple as dedicating the first hour of your day to personal development, whether that's reading, meditating, or planning your day. When these tasks become non-negotiable, they shift from being chores to becoming habits that define who you are. And the more you stick to them, the more you'll notice the ripple effects in every area of your life. Your confidence grows, your focus sharpens, and before long, those non-negotiables are the very things that set you apart. Comfort versus growth. Growth never happens in the comfort zone. It's easy to stay where things are familiar, where the routine is predictable, and the stakes are low. But the truth is, comfort breeds complacency. If you want to experience real growth, whether it's in your career, your fitness, or your personal life, you've got to be willing to step into the unknown and embrace the discomfort that comes with it. It's like stretching a muscle beyond its usual limits. It's uncomfortable at first, but it's the only way to get stronger. The real battle begins when you push against that resistance. Every time you challenge yourself to do something difficult, whether it's having that tough conversation, pushing through a grueling workout, or taking on a project that scares you, you're expanding your comfort zone. And with each expansion, you grow. It's not just about doing hard things for the sake of it. It's about realizing that every step outside of your comfort zone brings you closer to the person you want to become. Think about it. What's more rewarding, staying where it's safe and predictable, or pushing yourself to achieve something you once thought impossible? The path to growth is lined with obstacles, and that's what makes it worthwhile. When you face resistance, whether it's physical, mental, or emotional, that's your cue that you're on the right track. It's in those moments of struggle that you find out what you're really made of. So, the next time you feel the pull of your comfort zone, remind yourself that growth is on the other side of that resistance. It's a mindset shift that says, I'm willing to be uncomfortable now because I know it's the price of becoming the best version of myself. So, here we are on the brink of transformation. The insights you've gained about discipline are more than just concepts, they're the keys to unlocking a life of purpose and achievement. But remember, knowledge without action is just a dream. Ask yourself, are you ready to make discipline a non-negotiable part of your life? Are you willing to push past the comfort and embrace the growth that awaits on the other side? What's stopping you? The next step is yours to take. Maybe it's waking up an hour earlier, maybe it's finally starting that project you've been putting off, or maybe it's just saying no to distractions. Whatever it is, take that step today. Discipline is your shield against regret, and every small action you take now is a victory over the future you don't want to face, a future where you look back and wish you'd done more. If you're serious about changing your life, don't just think about it, commit to it. Subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and let's continue this journey together. There's so much more to learn, and I'll be here to guide you every step of the way. Let's build a future we're proud of, starting today.